here with you today to do the unveiling for the January box. I hope you guys were all very excited when you got them. So much effort and joy went into packing each one of the boxes. It was an astounding sale, so we actually sold a lot more than I had planned on. And you know, there's always learning curves with having your own business, but I appreciate you guys so much. And so many of you have reached out to me, which I super enjoy. I really want to encourage you to please get in contact with me, if it's through email, or I've even had some phone calls when I had the pop-up shop this month. And it just means a lot to me to be able to engage with you, because I don't know if you guys know this about me or not, but I used to be in outside sales, and I really love helping people and being in contact with them. And so social media is a whole new platform for me. I'm not really used to being in front of a camera, and I'm not used to not getting feedback at the same time. And so I really enjoy the engagement part of what I do. That's why I do it, is for the connection. So I'm going to go through the things that are in this box, and I think I have to divide this up into several different videos because there's so much to cover. January was all about Southeast Asia, and it was the trip of a lifetime for me. I have been wanting to go to Cambodia and Vietnam, and I have been wanting to go to Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam for a very long time, and it just seemed really like it was never going to happen. And I had the opportunity this year. I made the plan, saved the money, and made it happen, and it was so amazing. It was really just exactly, it was exactly what I thought it would be, plus so much more. The people there are so friendly. In every single one of the countries I had a different experience. Some were very quaint and eating meals with people, and some were seeing some people on the street and having conversations. Some, it was during transportation from one place to another. But I have to tell you, overall, it was an astounding experience, and it was much like the trip that I had to Tibet, where I went on a solo trip by myself, and I really gained so much insight and perspective about other people's lives and how we affect each other. And this trip was no different than that. It was very encouraging to see such happiness across the other side of the world, and it really taught me a few things about the way that I think as well. So when I came back and packaged up each one of these boxes for you guys, I put all that love and happiness into each individual one. And I actually had to do 3 different boxes this time from each one of the countries. I didn't get to bring back much from Cambodia, so that didn't happen, but I will be going back again, and so hopefully one of the future months will be a Cambodia box. But I was able to bring back lovely things from Thailand and from Vietnam. And so several of the boxes are based on a certain kind of home decor theme, and other ones are based on eating meals. And so that's kind of what touched my heart while I was there. And the homemade, handcrafted, and they actually call things handicrafts in Vietnam. So I actually learned a new word for that region of the world, is that in Vietnam specifically, they still manage to make everything handmade, and that's part of the value and the characteristic of everything that they have there. There's so much care and detail put in every single piece, and the processes are so long. It's amazing to me that the prices are good enough that we can put those in the boxes for you. And so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you the box from Vietnam. So you would have gotten one of 3 boxes. One would be from Vietnam completely, one would be from Thailand, and one is a combination of both of them. And so I'll go over each one of those, and I'll start with the Vietnam box. So I'm not sure if you can see behind me, but I am an avid tea connoisseur, I guess you would say. And so whenever I go to a country, I'm always looking for what their beverage of choice is. And in so many of the Asian countries, tea is the #1 export, and also what they enjoy the most, sitting around talking with friends and family before a meal, after a meal. And several of the countries have a ritual based around tea, the tea ceremony. And so I've, over the years in my travels, have collected many of those, and I didn't stop when I went to Vietnam. I also brought back one from Thailand as well. And I'm not sure how well you can see this, but some of you may recognize these if you got the Thailand box, the combo box. And so I'll share that with you a little bit later. That's handmade wood, carved out. And for the Vietnam box, there was actually a tea set as well. So I'm going to share some information with you about the way that these were made. I actually have some how they're made videos that I'm going to put on the same post. And I just really wanted to show you the item itself. So this is a ceramic tea set, and these were all hand painted. And so I was able to meet the artisans that hand paint these when I was there, and I shot a couple of photos and videos with them. But it's so unbelievable at the detail that's on each one of these little cups. And the color is so bright. I really wanted to bring back millions of them, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. So you guys need to tell your friends to subscribe anytime you're visiting with friends. Tell them to make sure they like the Global Girl page and make sure they check out the boxes and make sure they buy on the online store, because that's what supports the effort to bring back these beautiful treasures for you guys. So I will show you this a little bit closer. So these came in 2 colors. I'm not sure which color was in your box, but there is the lime green color, which I'm not sure if you can see. I will try to check this video and make sure you guys get a good view. The lime green color, and also the turquoise color. And so this one almost looks like a watercolor. It's so pretty. And it's so much detail. Even the inside of the ceramic has the color inside of it. And so these have 4 little teacups and the little serving plate, and then also the tiny teapot. And if you're not familiar with tea ceremonies or how to use ceramic teapots in a lot of the different ways that I use them, there's so many different ways that you can use them. And one of the best ways that I've learned, it's actually from the Chinese tea ceremony, and you pour hot water over the tea set to cleanse it and purify, and then you put a little bit of tea inside the pot. And once you've done that, you pour a little bit of hot water inside that as well, and then pour it off immediately. And that kind of cleans the tea inside the pot and warms the pot at the same time. And so you're actually warming the cups and cleaning them when you pour the hot water over it. And then once you've poured off that first little batch to clean the tea, then you'll also do that one more time. And you'll want to do that very quickly so it doesn't steep and then bring the tea out too much, because you want that third time to actually steep for about a minute or so. It's actually about 60 seconds. And let your tea kind of sit in there for about 60 seconds, and then pour. When you pour, because you're sharing, you want to pour a little bit in each cup, and then do the same exact thing again until each cup is full. And the way that most ceremonies or tea is experienced with friends and family is that you drink the tea until people are ready to leave. So it could be for 30 minutes, hopefully it's not, or it could be for hours. And so you might find yourself making a lot of tea. So when I buy tea, I buy in bulk because I like to share a lot of time with my friends and family. So I hope that you'll really enjoy the experience of drinking from this handmade tea set from Vietnam, whether it's the lime green or the turquoise. And so the next piece that's in your box that you may have found was also a variation. You would have either received a bracelet or a pair of earrings. And the earrings and the bracelet are beautifully made. These are handcrafted pieces of coconut, and they have taken, I can't believe actually the way that this was done. It was so incredible to see the process. But this small piece of mother of pearl is actually traced. So there's a certain type of shellfish that they take the inside of the shell out, and they will carve independently this beautiful, beautiful design by hand with small tools. And then they will place that on the coconut shell and then coat it with several coats of lacquer. And then they just take warm water and wash over that and use a soft sponge and remove that lacquer so that you can see the pearl shine through. And when you do, then when that's happening, they also then take that off, clean it, and then put a tiny coat of paint around that, and then put a clear coating on that. And that process can take up to a couple of days for each individual piece. So you figure those are 2 pieces with a pair of earrings. Or with the bracelet, you can see, I'll put that on the stand. You can see the design on that with that beautiful orange. There's also a little bead that's over here, but that's hand woven, and then this is done the same exact way. So I picked those out for you guys because I thought that the process that is involved in making those takes such care and kind consideration in each piece that they make, that would be transferred to you when you open up that box, and share that with other people or just enjoy it for yourself. And so the last thing in the Vietnam box was a beautiful handmade lantern that you will see. There was a variety of colors that I had, and so you may have received maybe this pink one, a blue, a yellow, orange, or green. There may have even been a white one, I think, that went out as well. And so with these, I actually have a video that's going to be posted about Lam, who is the gentleman that actually handmade those. And that was from the small area called Hoi An. And Hoi An is also known as the Lantern Town, because in the streets, when you walk at night, they close them off and you can just see beautiful lanterns everywhere. They're just beautiful. I mean, it's just the lights light up the city, and you can walk the streets. It's completely safe and wonderful and a great experience. If you ever get a chance to go, you have to go to Hoi An. And so it touched me so much when I was like, actually, it was the very end of the night, and I was leaving Hoi An after having some other things made for you guys. And I came across this beautiful little shop that was still open. It was probably around 10 p.m. and he was the last guy on the street that was open, and he was sitting outside with his wife and his child, and they were just enjoying the night. And I walked up and started admiring the lanterns, and we talked as best we could with the language barrier. And the next thing I know, I was sitting in the floor in the lantern shop, and he was showing me how to put these together, and I had to bring these back for you guys from him because it was just such a great experience. And they're just lovely. They're lovely. And so you'll see the video on how to put that together. It's not really difficult, but there is a strategy to it, so to make sure that you don't tear the lantern. And I do believe that you can put a little tiny light bulb in there. Just be careful and make sure that you watch it. But I think that you can put a little bit of a light in there. I think the best ones are probably the battery operated, and it just lights that up really, really pretty. And I've put these around my house in different spots. You can put them near your desk in your office. I've got a couple in the living room. I've even got one in my bathroom, and I hope that you'll find a special place. Maybe take it to work with you and kind of enjoy it while you're at work, and put your tea set on your desk, and maybe have people in your office come and chat with you or be more relaxed when you're having conversations at work. So that kind of concludes the Vietnam box. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you will also subscribe to the newsletter at globalgirl.live to make sure that you're getting the first scoop on all the other future boxes and some of the past experiences that we've had in other countries. We will have travel tips, and a photo gallery is coming soon as well, so that you can experience the different cities and towns and countries that we go to. And if you'd like to share some of yours, I would love to see those too. So feel free to always comment in the box below on the blog, and make sure that you're sharing the same things. Or if we have Facebook or Instagram as well, we would love to see some of the places you've traveled, or some of the things that you've brought back from your best travel destinations. So Global Girl out on this one. We'll talk to you soon. And until next time, live an adventure.
Thank you, Alan.